Hi everyone, and welcome back to Jola Speaks. Thank you for joining me once again today. Today we're going to continue the Daniel 2 lessons, and I'm going to be reading from 13 to 15. And I've titled this particular message, Opportunities Come, but your perspective is important. Opportunities come, but your perspective is important. So Daniel 2 verses 13 to 15, I read quickly now, the NKJV version. So the decree went out, and they began to kill the wise men. And they sought Daniel and his companions to kill them. Then with counsel and wisdom, Daniel answered Arioch, the captain of the king's guard, who had gone out to kill the wise men of Babylon. He answered and said to Arioch, the king's captain, "Why is the decree and the king from this king so urgent?" Then Arioch made the decision known to Daniel. I read verse 16 again as well, actually, because that's the important part. So Daniel went in and asked the king to give him time that he might tell the king the interpretation. And I stopped there. Somebody comes to Daniel to kill him. Yeah, he came to kill him. And in the process of trying to of doing what the king had commanded, Daniel asks him, what is the problem? What is it? And in the midst of his life being at stake, he was able to realize the opportunity that was there. That is a phenomenal skill. Phenomenal. Think about it. I remember when I was a child and we had, I think I was 10 then, and thieves came to our house. We were very young, and I remember panicking. Like, it was a horrible. Whenever I remember, I maybe till now, maybe not now, but before I used to cringe in fear, my God, even till now. And in that state where I could see guns pointed at me, in that state where they were, I don't know if it was a sword pointed at Daniel to kill him, he was able to find an opportunity there because of his perspective. Why are you killing me? Why do you want to kill all the wise men in Judah? Sorry, in Babylon. Well, this is what happened. And the same person that was trying to kill him explained to him what happened. And then with that, he was able to take over the opportunity and do as he said. In that position of so much fear, anxiety, worry, it's very, very difficult to think otherwise, because your flight mode of your fight or flight mode of your brain is already activated. Your thinking capability is not at the moment, because you are trying to protect yourself and from out of fear of one's life. Because right in front of you, people have actually come to kill Daniel here, but he could see that there's a decree of the king. If that decree of the king is right, I have a God that can answer whatever the king is asking for. And so, because he had the right perspective, he could identify the opportunity that was right in front of him. It is so important to have the right perspective. What is your perspective? It may not be a case whereby people are being killed, etc. It may be, maybe for example, let's say in your job they're having to lay off people and all that, and you're wondering, oh my God. One can sit in the fear of redundancy and not realize that there's an opportunity right there. It's because your natural state is like, oh my God, what do? I have to get a job. What will happen to my family? What will happen to me? So many fears start to spring up in our minds. But actually, there may be an opportunity there, especially if God has placed you there for that reason. It's important to always continually pray. And tomorrow we'll talk about wisdom. But always continually pray for eyes that see, ears that hear, to see what God is doing and working on in your life. Because in this same opportunity that came to Daniel, God was working from the get-go. He was with the king had the dream. It was already ongoing. At this point in time, if Daniel had said, "Oh, you know what, I give up," he would have lost the opportunity to shine and lost his life in the midst of it. But he was able to see that there was something here. less pressing, and then God gave him the wisdom to ask the right questions. And we'll speak about it tomorrow, the benefits of wisdom. But I want to encourage you today to pray for eyes that see, a heart that understands, ears that hear, to see beyond what the physical is showing you, to see beyond the challenges and look up on the opportunities that challenge is bringing forth. It's a different mindset. It's a different, perspective that we all have to gather. Because guess what? Whenever we get problems, they come as challenges. In many cases, they come out as looking as if they're impossible to solve. But as God gives the right to the wisdom, you realize that those things become nothing. And that challenge will now become a stepping stone to your elevation. So today I want to encourage you. What is the challenge that you may be facing around? It may not be redundancy, it may not be death like Daniel. It may be a problem in your office, a problem in your church, a problem that you are in the midst of and you're trying to solve. But you feel like as if you're hazed, like you can't see properly. All you see is the current situation, the impact fiscally, what's going to happen, and all those things. But there's always a spiritual perspective where things have happened already, that are not happening in the natural. Where you can see what the opportunity is in that situation. And I want you to begin to pray and intercede on that particular situation or challenge. If I just take one, and for the next couple of days, maybe 7 or 10 days, spend time praying in tongues, praying, interceding constantly for that problem. Take 7 days, and on just literally only that, just literally focus on that for 7 days, and then begin to now take on the solutions, the wisdom God has called you to use in those situations, no matter how ridiculous they sound. And they will come. Once you're able to focus in prayer for a while, do it for 7 days. Take an hour, 2 hours a day. Pray, focus on that thing. It's want to focus on that one thing that you're praying for. Non-stop. Keep going. An hour, 2 hours every day. Keep praying. If possible, fast as well. So that you can elevate your body and your mind to focus more on the things of God and not necessarily your body and eating food. And then see how God answers your prayers. It may not be what you expect, but it will get clearer to you. Trust God. So thank you for listening to me today. And God bless you. God bless you. I love you. I love you. Bye. Bye. Remember, you were created to solve problems. You are the solution. You are the solution. So God wants you to shine your light to the world. Thank you. Bye-bye.